Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is Friday, February 26th, 2021. So obviously, right, as we look at the calendar, this is the last trading day of February. So we could get a little window dressing today. It's hard to say. So really, if we look at, let's start off with a bigger picture today. If we don't get something going, and like I said, today could just be chop and window dressing, the market doesn't have to do anything on any given day, right? So even if we do, let's say, uh, close up near 3,900 today, it really doesn't set the table for next week, in my opinion. You do have to remember that there is usually a lot of money flows that come into the market uh, on the first of the month. So starting next month, let's just say we do close up near this 3,900 level today, we could end up getting up and over all-time highs with that new money flow early next week. That is one possibility I will lay out there for you. The other one is if we really don't, do something with this overhead supply today, uh, we could start off really ugly. And you can see there's a little bit of a split here, right around 37.94. We're holding that basically 38.02 that Jack outlined on his draw. Right, we come back down there earlier this week than yesterday. Yesterday got close to it, and then overnight kicked off of it again. So that support, all you've really got to do is watch these lows that have been on deck. Basically for the past several days. Right now we're weekly holding them, is what I would say. If you look at this candle compared to yesterday's action, let's look at the other indexes. As we look at the Russell, yesterday we were talking about that it needed to stay above 2275. Well, it dropped 100 points below that, right? Come back down to the support area again, very similar to where it did earlier in the week. The same with the ES, right? Very similar to what it did earlier in the week. The NASDAQ clearly rejected from this 13,000, let's call it 315 zone, plus or minus 15 points, right? This box here of is really after it fell under it, it rejected it earlier in this week. It rejected yesterday, back down on these lows. So there is still quite a bit of recent overhead supply there, right? So um, we talked about the Dow as it made those highs yesterday, right? It really needed to come back and hold these highs, and that should be support. It didn't even blink, right? It got under it and then come back up to those old highs and sold back off again. So the market structure has been weak, and it is weak right now. But everyone and their brother knows that we've got some money supply coming in on next Monday. So will they start front running that today and later today? It'll be interesting to see. Remember the last 2 Fridays, right? 2 Fridays ago, we had a big explosive move to the upside in the final hour, 30 minutes. And last week we had a semi-explosive move to the downside in the last hour of trading, right? So keep in mind that no matter what goes on before the last hour of the day, right, that it can wash out quickly, a third to the entire range of the day, basically in that last hour on a Friday. If we've got a lot of games going on with GameStop again, there's going to be, they were in the options expiration that is for this Friday with a lot of that stuff that's going on. So the market makers are going to have to screw around with that again. You're going to need to watch for everything but the Dow again. You're going to need to watch Tesla and Bitcoin. Once again, overnight range so far 46 points. So if we look at everything, right, we've got some overhead supply here. That's what these red boxes are. So far, no one is, above those. But if you look at the overnight lows, right, barely above yesterday's bell low for basically, all the indexes, relatively speaking. Not that 30 points isn't something in the Russell, but, you can see that it was short-lived basically, and we've been responding off these lows. So again, we're at the edge of this recent thing. Everyone knows that there's going to be money supply coming in early next week, right? Are they going to start front running that? So my title of the video today is more chop or trend change, right? A trend change, even though we're not that far from the all-time highs, right? It's been basically, all of us day traders can agree, more downward pressure than anything else recently. So, clearly quick spills, waterfalls, or spills as Jack calls them. So as we look at really what needs to gain, let's start with what we need to gain. We actually need to get up above 13,180 for the NASDAQ. Now, that's basically 250 points higher than we are right now. That's quite a ways just to get to where we need to get over. And then if you look at the Russell really needs to get back above 2275. That is 50 points over where it's trading. The Dow needs to get up above basically 31,700. That's 350 points from where it's trading. So you get my point that we could get some upside action today, but this is where the resistance was yesterday. So we'll see if these dominoes fall on the upside like they did yesterday to the downside, or if they hold as resistance. Again, we are at the near the overnight highs, so everyone's going to be opening up near their overnight value area highs or above. I'll be sending those out shortly, and then we'll go from there and we'll see. But keep in mind that last hour today, unless you're going to do something with limited risk, I advise just avoiding that last hour today. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you on Monday.